they were moving back to the States, and we were going to lose our opportunity to have somewhere to stay for free. You can't shoot a movie like this and pay for somewhere to sleep. So we slept on the floor of his father's office building that was being closed down. 4 of us lived in one room. We showered at the local public bathhouses, like a YMCA, and that was how we lived for a month. We'd shoot for 16 or 17 hours, and then fall asleep on our set between lights, and then get up and do the same thing over and over. So we were excited to come back with a finished movie, which we did, and then now we're here, which is bizarre and wonderful. So that's the nutshell.
I just briefly want to say also thank you to you guys for hosting us, having us here, and the people of this community have been amazing. Everybody's been really sweet to us, so thanks. And that's it.
So I have a million questions I could ask you guys based on what we were talking about earlier, but we don't have too much time. So I'm going to open it up to the audience. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions for these guys about the movie, about them and their background, about what's coming up next. Any questions from anyone?
You're
the only person raising your hand.
well.
Ashlyn.
You were talking.
Actually, I was just scratching.
Shut up, Jeff. No, actually, you were talking about family. I noticed something in the credits, and I'm gonna make a slight assumption. Was that your real mom?
It is my real mom. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my mom. She's not an actor by trade, but she was willing to jump in feet first, and she was a real champ. Like, I've had my parents doing weird stuff all throughout my childhood, being like, "Hey, can you guys do this?" And and this one I think takes the cake, but she loved doing it. And, I think she does a pretty good job.
Yeah. It looks so cute.
Tell her you guys approve.
Any other questions?
Yeah. There was a guy who died in the script, Jack.
Yeah.
Who's Jack?
I'm guessing the.
Can we do a show of hands just because you're the first group of people that have seen the film? Who here thought Jack was like a guy, like a relative? If you raise your hands. A brother. A brother?
No.
Dog.
A dog?
Dog.
Who thought it was a dog? It was his dog. That's awesome.
It was his dog from childhood. I mean, sorry. The story has there's so much backstory in this movie that isn't told. It's not forced upon you guys. So that's part of the fun for us making films is telling stories that you get little bits and pieces, and you have to kind of put it together yourself.
Yeah, because you were petting the dog.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a dog, and it was his dog from childhood, and at least old enough that his mom would know who it was. So yeah.
Aw.
We guessed. We said that would be the first question. So I'll bet the first question is who's Jack.
In the middle first.
I was just going to say, it's filmed beautifully. It's really very beautifully
Thank you.
filmed. But,
Thank you.
So what is the dog years? Is there like a quick explanation of why you
Absolutely.
named that?
Warren.
Yes, the title definitely references his dog, for one, which is the catalyst for him to deal with the death of his mother. It's the first time he grieves. It's also a reference to the story of Hachiko, which is a real dog in Tokyo. And at the opening of the film, you see the film again, which I'm sure you all will. At the opening, he visits a statue. That is actually the statue of Hachiko that is in the train station in Tokyo. So it's a reference to that as well.
That explains
and
the
then
story.
lastly, the idea is that while they're brothers and they spend a week together, for them, for Elliot and for Ben both, it is a transformative experience over the course of a week, and therefore time is expanded. So we like to think that the week takes place in dog years. It might only be 5 days between them, but it was worth way more than
The
that.
fact that you filmed it in 30 days.
Yeah, exactly. And it felt like 3 months. So.
Exactly.
We had a question in the very back first.
Yeah, how long did it take to edit that?
Editing took yeah, go.
It's about 3 dog years.
Ah.
That's what it felt like. No, it was actually about 2 years. We had a lot of people working on this film that are extremely talented people that are in our community in Los Angeles, and they're, really, really supportive of the project. And our editor worked for very little money, and so as a result, we were kind of at the bottom of the list. But
He got it done.
He got it done. So
But yeah, it was a long
very
process.
bad.